Hi. So, sending personalized request. So, I'll be talking about sending personalized request and why it is so important to send a personalized request. Now, just a second, let me adjust my mic here. So, what happens is LinkedIn is a different platform. It is not somewhere that you keep on sending connect request. What happens on LinkedIn is over here when you click on connect, it gives you two options. One is send connection without note, and another thing is send connection with a personalized note. Although the note is just 300 characters, but the important part is LinkedIn is a credible network platform, a professional network platform. You don't find people speaking about the motherland, or you don't find people speaking about the freedom of speech, or about politics, or rationality about religion. On LinkedIn, you talk about learning, you talk about mentoring, you talk about teaching, you talk about team building, you talk about different case studies and use case scenarios about HR, about recruitment. You talk about learning and all those experiences, and hence people on LinkedIn are very professional, and you need to treat them as professionals. If you just send a connection request without any personalized note with that, people won't accept it. Almost 90% of connection requests don't get accepted. You might come to me and tell me that, okay, hey, listen, Moses, that's not the case. Whenever I send a connection request, the person accepts. If that is the case, then show me you send a connection request directly to Tiger Tagarajan, or the CEO of Genpact. Will he accept it? He won't accept it. You send it to senior vice president of some Reliance or some company where you don't know that guy. Will that person accept it? They won't accept it. Nobody wants to build the network with unknown set of people want to be in the network of connected and relevant people. This is reason why you need to send a personalized connection request, because if you want to go to the next level, or if you want to go and network with somebody in Europe or US or Brazil, you need to practice about how do you send a personalized connection request on LinkedIn. And it's not so difficult. It's the attitude that we have, the attitude that we have built up using Facebook, or say Insta or Twitter. All this attitude is about sending connection requests and accepting, or just following. On LinkedIn also, a lot of people will follow you. That's not a problem. But when somebody is sending a connection request, I usually try to check either I know that person, either there is somebody whom I'm connected and that person knows that person. Otherwise, there needs to be some particular personalized connection request, a message that tells me why the person wants to connect. Otherwise, it doesn't make it relevant, because just by going to connection, say you might have today, the total number of connections you can have is 30,000. That's it on LinkedIn. Hence, try to use it in a proper fashion, because once you reach 29,000, then you will be very choosy with who you are going to connect. You won't connect with each and every person because it is not relevant for you. And the tomorrow, if there is a new connection where there is a relevance of some vice president or some CEO of a company who wants to connect with you for some purpose, then what you do, you start unconnecting with people. This is the reason why start following this particular process and sending personalized connection requests, because having our specific network is very important. Now I'll show you a particular style and a formula. I'll also share you this in the description about how do you use the how do we use our chat GPT to create a personalized connection request. So what I created was, this is a format. Forget all the previous prompts. Help me to write 250 character connection request to Nikhil Bhole. Okay. His bio, senior full stack developer. His latest exploring the Stream API, Java 8 exciting code magic. Java's Stream API is shaking up how we handle it. This is what his last post was about. And then I talked to ChatGPT and tell ChatGPT, my name is Moses and my bio is this. So it gives me, hi Nikhil, as a senior full stack developer, diving into Java's 8 Stream API. Your expertise is fascinating. Let's connect to explore its magic further. I'm Moses Gomes, a LinkedIn coach dedicated to enhancing profiles by 10x. This is what the personalized connection is. Although there are different set of personalized connection requests, it can be based on the last post, it can be based on how that inspirational profile is, It can be some awards that they won, or it can be that person can be an alumni of the same school that you studied in, or that person and you were alumni and you both were working in a company almost 15 years back. So hence you need to get that person to recollect about the time when you worked. Maybe you were working in different teams, but still you work in the same company. Hence you thought that let us connect, because now we both are in the same industry and we might need each other's help. There are different opportunities that you might do and use over there. So what process, so again stressing before I leave, please and please try to use your personalized connection request. Use that note, because sending a personalized connection request with the note, your success ratio increases by 90% for the acceptance. But if you send connection request without that personalized note, there's only 10% chance of acceptance. So next time, keep in mind, always start sending personalized connection requests. Thanks for joining today.